So let's start with this next chapter. Today we will be starting with the second chapter, Netzwerk A2 Arbeitsbuch. Let me just switch on to the first page. The first page says nach der Schulzeit. Okay, so Schulzeit is after the school time. Let's check the first one. Let me just zoom it a little bit for a better clarity. Okay, ordnen Sie die Wörter und Ausdrücke den Themen zu. Okay, so just we have to group the words and then according to the themes we just have to place them. Manche Wörter passen bei mehreren Themen, so many words will pass on many of the themes, multiple themes. Benutzen Sie auch ein Wörterbuch, so we are allowed to use a dictionary. Okay, so whenever they say use a dictionary, it means we have to learn the meanings first thing, and second we have to consider the articles as well. Okay, so that's let's first see what are the groups. Schule, that is school. Ausbildung is a course, you can say, or a training. Studium is the graduation where you need a high school certificate, that is 12th standard completion certificate, and then you are allowed to do this particular studium. And then Beruf is your profession. Okay, so das Klassentreffen. Klassentreffen is you have a meet in a class. Okay, so where do you have it? You have it in a school. Das Lieblingsfach, that is your favorite subject, you have it in a school. Die Note are the marks. Okay, you have it in a school. Ein Praktikum machen, so you do an internship. So where do you have an internship? You have it either in Ausbildung or in Studium as well. Graphic studieren, so you study graphics. So it can be a small, I think nowadays Ausbildungs are available for graphic studiering or in Studium as well. Okay, the seminar, so where do you give a seminar? So many times it's in both, and nowadays also in Berufs you have to give the seminars. Der Lehrer, that is the teacher. So teacher is present in school, in Ausbildung, in Studium. Okay, eine Ausbildung abschließen, so you finish the Ausbildung. You know where it has to go. Das Zeugnis, so you get a certificate even in school. Das Zeugnis is the certificate, you get it in school, Ausbildung and Studium. Der Altenpfleger, so this is the course of where you are supposed to take care of old people in old age home, that is Altenheim. Okay, so you either can do an Ausbildung, that is der Altenpfleger. I'm not sure about the Studium for that, but yeah, if it is Pfleger of Krankenschwester, it has to be the nurse profession, it has to go under Beruf or Studium. Okay, der Hotelkaufmann, so the hotel manager, or you can say the salesperson. You can do an Ausbildung. Die Krankenschwester is the Studium, that is the nurse. Elektrotechnik studieren, so electrical technique, where you do, if it is electrical engineering it has to be a Studium, but if it is simple household electrical gadget repair, you can do an Ausbildung. Okay, so this particular word should go with both of them. Die Uni is first of all university. I'm not sure about schools because it has to be in Studium. Okay, die Klasse is in Schul. Die Professorin, where do you have a professor? You have it in Studium. Die Vorlesung, so Vorlesung is the lecture, so where do you attend these lectures? In Studium, many a times in Schul, but then these Vorlesungen are especially the bigger lectures which are considered for Studium, I think. Eine Lehre machen, so to do a class or to give a lecture. So where do you give a lecture? In school and Studium, also in Ausbildung. Or if you are a Lehrer, it can be a profession. In the Berufsschule gehen, so to go in a Berufsschule. So if you are going as a student, it has to be in a Studium or in Ausbildung as well. But if you are a professor or a teacher over there, it has to go in a Beruf part. Okay, so I hope this was a small activity, pretty easy. The next one is easier as well. Wie heißen die Schulfächer? So what are these school subject? Fach is a subject, Fächer is subjects, so that's the plural form of subjects. In ihrer oder ein andere Sprache, so what are these subjects called in your language? You just have to try this out yourself. Maths, physics, chemistry, biology, geography, history, English, French, Latin, music, arts and sports. Okay, so I think it's pretty easy. Let's try to understand the next one. I have kind of already written the answers. So Schul und dann, so what has happened after school? Nach der Schule habe ich in einen Café als Kellner gejobbt. So I worked as a Kellner, that is waiter, in a cafe. Aber dann habe ich eine Ausbildung angefangen. But after that, I started with an Ausbildung. So you already know about the difference between Ausbildung and a Studium. Ich mache eine Ausbildung zum Bankkaufmann, so as a bank salesperson. Das gefällt mir gut, that I liked it very much. While ich, so while is used over here, you've practiced while in the previous chapter. Ich viel lerne und die Kollegen nett sind, because my colleagues were good and I learned a lot. Die Ausbildung dauert 3 Jahre. It longed for 3 years. In einem halben Jahr bei meiner Bank bleiben. So I just stayed in my bank for half year. Okay. Hoffentlich kann ich dann bin fertig. Okay. So hopefully I'll be done by then. Okay. So I think these are the correct answers, but in case you have any differences with these answers, you can simply comment and then we can discuss it again. Okay. So was haben Sie nach der Schule gemacht? What have you done after your school? Schreiben Sie einen Kurstext wie in 1c. So what did you do after school? So you can simply use the same sentences, okay, and try writing your own experience. Nach der Schule habe ich gar nicht gemacht. I didn't do anything. Or habe ich ein Studium gemacht oder habe ich eine Ausbildung gemacht. Okay. Aber dann habe ich ein Studium angefangen. You can just skip the sentence in case you've already included Ausbildung or Studium in the first one. Ich mache eine Ausbildung zum Bankkaufmann. So you can simply say ich mache eine Ausbildung or ein Studium als Ingenieur. Okay, das gefällt mir gut. Or you can also say just try experimenting. Like das gefällt mir gar nicht gut. Okay, das gefällt mir gar nicht, weil ich nicht zu viel lerne und ich habe gar keinen Freund. I didn't had friends at all. Okay, in einem halben Jahr habe ich das abschließen. I just ended that course. Maybe you can go this way, or you can use your personal experience and try writing this out. I want you to try using these sentences so that you just get used to it, you understand it very well, and you'll be able to use it as well. Okay, so that was all about this page. Let's just try working on the next one. So yes, we do have the next one over here. Let me just try scrolling slightly up. Okay, so lesen Sie das Interview, formulieren Sie die passenden Fragen. So just try to read the interview and then check the questions. So the questions are already given in the lower part of this page. You can just try reading it. Okay. Ich bin ein Jahr als Au pair nach Paris gegangen. I went to Paris. Even if it is ich bin, it's gegangen, that is its Partizip 2. So I went to Paris as au pair. Okay, da habe ich Englisch richtig gut Französisch gelernt. So I learned French over there. Okay, so what question passes? Just let's try to read it out. It's inverted, but I'm going to zoom a little bit so that we'll be able to read it. Was machen Sie jetzt? What are you doing now? But she's telling about last year. So was haben Sie dann gemacht? Hat Ihnen das Spaß gemacht? Was sind Ihre Pläne für die Zukunft? What is your plan for your future? Was haben Sie nach der Schule gemacht? So probably this should go, what have you done after school? Okay. Ja, das war schon. So das war schon can be hat Ihnen das Spaß gemacht. Okay. Aber am Anfang war es nicht so gut, because she's telling this was good, right? But at the start it was not good, weil ich Probleme mit der Familie hatte, because I had a problem with the family where I was staying as an au pair, okay, as a paying guest. Ich habe mich da nicht voll gefühlt. I was not feeling right or good over there. Aber dann bin ich zu einer anderen Family gekommen, but then I switched to another family, and das war sehr schön, and that was very nice. Und da war sehr schön. Die Kinder waren sehr lustig und wir hatten viel Spaß, and we did a lot of fun over there. Ich habe immer noch Kontakt mit die Family. I always contact this family. So I want you to consider this au pair. I'm not sure how the say this one goes like au pair. Let's just try to search for the meaning, because this is something where you join a family as to learn that particular language. Okay, so in case you've not gone through this sentence, you can just consider this as like a paying guest. You just take care of the family and the family takes care of you. Like they provide you with food and shelter, and you just help them with their household chores and maybe take care of their kids. And with this mutual understanding, you try learning the language. Okay, so that's something, not sure whether this goes with this au pair, but that's pretty common here in Europa or Europe. Ich habe dann mit dem Studium angefangen. So what did you do after the school? It was so one question over here. Was haben Sie nach der Schule gemacht? So ich habe dann mit den Schul angefangen. Ich habe Französisch und Italienisch studiert. So what did you do after the school? You did the Studium. Jetzt arbeite ich als Lehrerin für Französisch und Italienisch und manchmal übersetze ich Text für eine Zeitschrift. So as I am working as a French and Italian teacher, and many a times I just translate small texts. Okay, so what are you doing now? Was machen Sie jetzt? That's the question. That's the answer for this. So the question over here has to be this one. Okay, die Arbeit als Lehrerin macht mir Spaß, aber ich möchte gern noch mehr übersetzen. So I like being a teacher. Okay, but I would like to be a translator. Ich habe einen Traum, I have a dream. Ich möchte modern Französisch Literatur in Deutsch übersetzen. So I have a dream of translating the modern French literature in German. Okay, so what have you planned for is something, a question which reflects in the your so was sind Ihre Pläne für die Zukunft? So this can be the answer. So pretty easy. You read it once or twice and then I think things will go easy. Okay, so schreiben Sie eine Freundin einen kurzen Bericht über dieses Interview. So just consider you gave this interview and try to write to your friend about this particular interview. That is what you have to write. So hi Isa, ich habe ein interessantes Interview. So what is this interessantes? Because we've learned maybe interessant but not interessantes. So there's a concept in grammar in German which is called as adjective Endungen. Okay, so any adjective comes with an Endungen, just the way you have articles. Okay, you also have adjective Endungens over here. So that is what is written over here. It's totally fine even if you don't understand how they go like, but just consider that these are the adjective Endungens. Sie ist genau wie du, she is just like you, nach der Schule als Au pair nach Frankreich gegangen. So it's not you who have given this interview, you've taken the interview. So you ask these questions and you are telling your friend about the answers the particular this one gave you. Okay, the participant gave you. Sie war ein Jahr in Paris und hat dort gut Französisch gelernt. Okay, so it's just a practice of personal pronomen which you learned in the previous chapter. You just have to continue. Okay, then you can say sie hat mit dem Studium angefangen. Sie hat Französisch und Italienisch studiert. Okay, ihre Erfahrung als Au-pair-Mädchen war schon, aber am Anfang war es nicht so gut, weil sie Probleme mit der Familie hatte. Okay, sie hat sich da nicht voll gefühlt. Okay, aber dann sind sie zu einer anderen Familie gekommen und da war es schon sehr schön. Die Kinder waren sehr lustig und sie hatten viel Spaß. Okay, sie hat immer noch Kontakt mit der Familie. Okay, so similarly just try using the pronomen and try telling the answers in third person. Okay, That's the exercise I would say. And at the end, in the previous chapter as well, we learned feel a grüße. So you just have to write feel a grüße and your name. That's all. Okay. Now the next one, Erinnerung an der Schule. Just try to have your memories in the school. Lesen Sie noch einmal die Einträge auf der Schulplattform. Im Kursbuch Aufgabe 3a manchen Sie eine Tabelle mit den Informationen. So I'll have to have the Kursbuch over here. So probably in the next video, I'll just try to have this. Or else I want you to try this exercise. In case you feel any problem, I'll just solve it for you. Okay, just write down in the comment section. So that was all about this particular chapter. It's quite easy. I tried to fasten up this time. Let's meet again in the next video with the next pages. Till then, bye bye, take care.